and welcome back to my channel for my first video, which is going to be on spreading out your calories throughout the day in order to meet your targets a lot easier if you are tracking. So if you're thinking that's a bit of a simple video, then maybe it's not for you, but the idea is that anyone that's new to the tracking method or just feeling a little bit overwhelmed with the whole thing and finding it a little bit difficult to meet your targets, hopefully these tips will help you to just break it down and meet them a little bit easier. So firstly, obviously this is only going to work if you are tracking calories and using that method, using some kind of an app such as MyFitnessPal, or I think there's another one called Macros. So yeah, if you are using that method, this is something that I would recommend just to start with, at least, just to give you a little bit of structure to go on, and yeah, just build on that as you go. So yeah, firstly, this one is optional, but I think it's quite important to have some set kind of times each day, and like they don't have to be 100% accurate. You don't have to be eating at those exact times each day, but having like a rough idea, in like that generally you can have set meals at set times and set snacks at set times each day. So I think that just really helps to build some structure and make sure that you're getting your calories evenly spread out throughout the day. You're not getting points where you're going prolonged times without any food and getting over hungry and being under fueled. So I think that just works out really nicely, and I would recommend like 5 to 6 times a day, just setting aside some time where you can have some food. I say 5 to 6 times because I do strongly believe that having 3 meals a day is good. I know that that is not 100%, and it's going to be what you decide works for you, but yeah, I just find personally, and I've seen it work well with clients when they're having 3 set meals a day and then snacks in between, just to spread out those calories. So yeah, first things first, obviously an optional one, just trying to find some set times to have set meals and snacks, maybe like 3 meals and 2 to 3 snacks a day to start with. Then once you've decided how many times a day you're going to eat, it's going to be as simple as dividing your calories by that number. So I would divide it by the number of meals plus 1. So for example, if you're going to have 3 meals a day, you're going to divide your calorie goal by 4, and then whatever that number is, that's going to be how many calories you're going to aim for, roughly. Like, it doesn't have to be 100%, but that's roughly how many calories you're going to aim for per meal. So you're going to have 3 meals of around that size throughout the day, and then with the remaining amount, that number again, you're going to just divide it by, say you're going to have 2 snacks, you'll divide it by 2, or if you're going to have 3 snacks, you'll divide it by 3, and that gives you an idea of like how many snacks you can factor in as well in between those meals. And it just gives you a little bit more of an idea of what to aim for, rather than just sort of stabbing in the dark and building meals and building snacks and not really having any idea of like where that's going to put you at the end of the day. It just gives you something to roughly aim for, and again, it doesn't have to be 100% accurate, and to be honest, at the beginning it might not be, but it's something that you have then, like for future, you can build on it and you can just get it a little bit closer each time. And again, I say this to start with because you might find going down the line that actually that's not really working for you. Like, I personally don't have time for a morning snack, but I know that I get hungry in the morning, so I kind of combined my first snack and my breakfast as one, and I just have a really big breakfast and then like a smaller mid-meal, small afternoon snack, etc. And then like, if that's going to work better for you, that's something you will learn as you go along, and obviously you can adapt it to make it suit you. And then you can do the same thing, because obviously with your macros, I find there's a lot of stress put around them, but at the end of the day, if you're going to hit your calories, and you're going to hit your protein target, the rest is going to kind of fall into place. So I would only really worry, at least to start with, of hitting your protein. So first priority is going to be hitting your calories, because that is going to make the most difference in terms of any weight loss goals or weight gain goals. So that is going to make sure that you're actually going to achieve that. But then next up, second most important thing is going to be protein, because that is going to make sure that you are supporting that goal in terms of your lean mass, any repair from training sessions, and just making sure that you are getting those optimal results that you're looking for, or probably looking for. So you can then do the same thing with your protein. So you've got your overall protein goal, and look at that in grams. Always go by grams and not the percentage. So get that get that amount in grams, and again, divide that by 4. And now you know roughly how many grams of protein you need to be getting into each meal. And then again, depending on how many snacks you're gonna have, you can divide that by like 2 to 3. And then you know how many you're gonna aim for in each snack as well. I'm gonna add a little video to show you an easy way of seeing how many grams of protein you are gonna get into each meal, because I only discovered this recently, and it could be really helpful, because I know unless you have the premium version of certain apps, it makes it a little bit more challenging to get the overall protein content. So I'm going to put that on here now. So start off on your food diary for the day and click on calories remaining, then on macros, and then on protein just down the bottom there. And this is going to give you a really good overview of how many grams of protein you've had in each meal and each snack throughout your day. And so that can give you a little bit more of an idea of where you might need to adjust in order to meet those targets that we have just talked about, and making sure that you are getting enough protein in per meal. And again, if you do find this isn't actually suiting you very well, you can then adjust it. Like if you don't want to have 2 really high protein snacks, you can get a little bit more protein into those main meals and maybe just have 1 high protein snack and then another snack as well. That doesn't have to be high protein. Again, it's all adjustable, and something that you can build on as you go along. Nothing has to be set in stone. But yeah, hopefully you're going to find that really useful. I know, again, it's quite basic information and you probably have thought of it on your own, but I personally would have found that whole structure so much more useful at the beginning, when I was kind of just winging it. I don't want you to feel like you're winging it. This might just give you what you need to get started and help you meet those targets. Don't expect it to be perfect, because to be honest, it won't be, and as long as you are reasonably within each goal, you're going to be doing enough. You might have to make adjustments along the way, but it never has to be 100%. The main thing is that you're staying consistent and staying close to those goals and targets. I hope you found this video useful. If you have, please give it a thumbs up, and if you're not already, please subscribe. And if you would like to cover any more topics, please drop them in the comments as well. Hope you found this useful, and have a great day. Bye!